Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Giowc, and you are welcome back to my channel. So today is a podcast YouTube thingy happening right here. I think I should be introducing it as, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Getting It Off with Giowc. I think I should be doing that. I think I should do this when I'm doing both recording, like audio recording, and I'm filming. I think that makes sense. One time it clicked in my head how I want to be saying it, but it didn't. So I don't know. But how is everybody doing? I hope you are doing really well. How is the weather in your location? If I start talking about the weather in my own location, this recording is going to take a little bit longer because this girl, me, I'm experiencing the weirdest thing that has ever happened in my life, and I don't know how to explain it. So in my previous video, I made mention of how hot it has been in Abuja, even as at the time I was editing, how hot it was still, and despite the very scanty rain that poured, it's still very hot. Like, it's so hot that when I'm sleeping, despite the fan being on, I still feel sweaty, like in these parts, like here, and then my thighs and my legs, and it's crazy. And my sister is very considerate with putting on the AC in the room, so it's like the meter is running kind of thing, so try to be nice using the AC, and I'm like, bro, I'm losing energy. Like, I don't know, it's like my body is an ocean, a warm ocean or something, or a lake, and it has steam because I'm drinking water. Like, I have a heavy influx of water in my body system, and just as I'm taking more water, that's how the sweat is leaving my body, coming down from different angles, and it just really makes me angry. But yeah, that's my current situation at the moment. But other than that, a whole other crazy things happening behind closed doors, but let's keep that out of the way and just keep the focus going. Okay, so today I'm going to be sharing two things I never thought I would have come across in my entire life, and the result of this is from what has happened like the past 2 weeks to me. So I think it was 2019, during my, like, while I was doing my masters, one day in my room, it's not like I was bored, but some of those inspiration that come from within, it happened, and I wanted to share about the scar on my left arm. And I took pictures, and I wrote so much, whether there were mistakes or not, I just wrote, and I got a few like feedbacks. Oh, so sorry about that. I'm like, no, it's fine, I just thought to share. Nothing really, I've gone through stages of the healing process, so for me to come and like share that, just know that I'm very alright. Okay, so recently I equally shared how I was having tingling on my left arm. So what I shared in that, like, those past year was about the scar on my left arm. Let me give you a closer look. So this is my hot water scar. It happened when I was pretty young, like 2 years old. So it's been a long time. It happened like 1998 or 1999. It was one of those life events that happen, and it doesn't matter the age you are, you just still have flashbacks of that event. You remember in details how it happened, because like, explain to me how a small child of that age still like remembers even as an adult. Like, I literally remember the whole thing in total, like everything. So gone through I think one day I'll just share how the hot water thing happened, and maybe finally just get it out there. But yeah, the point is, I have remembered how this happened for a very long time. Okay, so part of the healing process, I've tried all sorts. So I think I'll do a different video talking about how it happened. Talking about, like, I think I need to note this down. I'm going to do an audio part and obviously do a YouTube part of it. I've written about it in my blog, but I haven't done this part, but it just came to my mind, so I'm going to do that. So watch out for that very detailed episode. So part of the healing process over the years has been this very deep, heated itching on the scar. Like when the itching comes, I don't know if anybody has had hot water scar or fireborn, like fire scar on their any part of their body, and like I don't know how your healing process has been. Some people who got lucky with egg and salt, they are very fine, but some of us that were not lucky and we still have this scar, I feel like from time to time, I can't speak for any other person, but from time to time I have this tingling, and that tingling is not on the surface of the skin, it's more like underneath the skin where the scar is. So it's tingling, it's very itchy, and scratching it is very bad, because although there are hairs on the scars now, scratching it, like trying to feel that comfort, you know, when something is tingling or make itching you and you support it by scratching, it will be sweeting you until you remove your hand, and maybe the open cuts are not visible to you until maybe like you're bathing, and then you put like soap in your sponge, and then you just it's painful. It has happened to me before. So I think the best thing that I do is just to rub my hand like this. So after so many years of not having that tingling, let me not say so many years, but it's been a while I had that itchy episode. So the heat this time in Abuja brought it back, and honestly it's very, very, very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable. I don't have simpler words to put it. It's very, very uncomfortable. So I was just sitting down on my chair one day, and I just felt it. It's like tin tin tin. I was like, finally Abuja heat has come for my hand. And instantly this was all I could do. Like down here, I have scar down here, but it's not visible, like it's not very noticeable like the one up here. So the best I could do at that moment was just rub my hand. And guys, I felt like crying, because I was outside under the tree. My colleague was, and like I was literally having a conversation with my colleague, and then the whole itching thing started, and it was terrible. So after a day of experiencing that, I later shared on my WhatsApp post, and I got a lot of comments. One of my friends was like, I should go and get an injection. I was like, what's the injection for? And he was like, it helps with the itching. Like his friend gets the injection. I'm sure if I had asked for the name of that injection, he will obviously not know about it. So, and then I got some people were like, I thought it has gone. First of all, how many times did you see me post on my status for you to not even take notice of whether the scar is still there or is not? So I got a mixed feeling of reaction, but nothing prepared me for what one of my big mummies messaged me about. So she messaged me and she was like, I should try grape juice. I'm actually even creating a different post for YouTube exclusive, because I was trying to give an update on how far it has helped me. But it's grapefruit. I love grapefruit. So we're having this battle of, I know you're gonna help me, but then you're something that I like. So trying to separate, cutting down my appetite for it and using it on my skin has been the toughest football match so far. So the first box I bought, I was enjoying myself. I was applying it because at that point it was very hot and it was very itchy. Me and my sister were enjoying ourselves. Now it has finished and I've not been able to go and buy another one. But I don't know how that duration is going to be, but so I've known fruit like grapefruit to be a very nice fruit. I mean, there's like majority of the non-alcoholic wines are made from either the green grapes or the red grapes. So that is all I have ever known grapes to be, not as a remedy for the skin. Okay, but they said healing of the body is actually come from fruits, vegetables, and everything. So I wasn't really surprised, but then I was just really marveled at how the possibility of So I called her and we're like having a conversation. So I was like, yes, that although she hasn't tried it, a friend has shared with her how it's very good for scars. It clears scars apparently, and she want me to try. So I should just get and then see if it was going to help me. It sounded really weird to me, but then I was up for a challenge. I got my grape, and what I would do is I would slice it and then I'll just apply. So when you apply it, it's like it sticks. It kind of hardens your skin, and then it's very smooth and shiny. And then I tried to use wipes to clean it up, but I still figured it was still sticky. I'm guessing it's because of the sweetness of it or the sourness of it. So what I do is once I do that, I have to like take a shower and then use proper water to rinse it off properly. And so far the place just felt moisturized really, and that was nice. Now this is one of the things that I never knew that will have happened, that is happening to me now. One, it's quite hey god, it's quite funny, and that is one thing that right now majority of the people on my WhatsApp contact list are waiting to see how far I go with it. So the past week I was having I'm a Catholic and it's Lent, and one of my Lenten observances was to fast from a particular time to a particular time. But I figured I extended it a bit this year, but then I started feeling very fainty and lightheaded. I will have pains in my head. They just took the lights. They just took the light. First, I mean, my friends' unit, I've done the recording here before. They just took the lights, but I'm good. So I was having headaches. I was suspecting probably my blood sugar was down. For a while, I noticed that when I don't eat and I come to work and I have to do, because what I do from the house, I will go to where I'm supposed to collect birth certificates and then come back to the hospital. So I think that through and through kind of leaves me exhausted, within, and then it starts to react. So but then when I take Sprite, I kind of get myself back. So Sprite is like glucose. So Sprite is actually a healthy, in a way, a very healthy drink. I know back then in the village, let me give you one tip. Back then in the village, whenever I was sick, I usually used to get to this point of where my mom would be like, so what do you want? Because they would get me drugs, trying to keep me updated with taking the drugs. But it gets to a point that I'm not getting better. So my mom is like, okay, so what exactly, what is it that if I get it for you now, you're going to be fine. Sometimes it used to be Indomie, but most of the time it used to be 7-Up or Sprite. So she'll get the 7-Up or Sprite, and then she'll sprinkle salt inside, and I'll take it. And guys, once I take it, the drugs is just there on its own, because I'm not going back to it. So Sprite and me, we have actually been friends. And guess what? I think I just have so many ideas in my head that I want to do. I'm just really trying to create time and do all that, because I just remember that I wanted to also talk about how when you make up your mind for certain things, you get like temptations here and there, and then you're just trying to distract you. But I'm not going to speak much about that. I also didn't want to take carbonated drinks for Lent, but Sprite is carbonated. But then on the brighter side, it helps me to revitalize, like get myself back. The hospital gen is on, so this is our reality, and it's amazing how you are seeing this with me. Okay, so let's continue what I was saying. So I did backyard thing, but like legally actually. So what I mean is that I didn't have to get a hospital card and go through that whole process of getting costing, seeing doctor and all that. All I needed to do was speak to my friend in the unit. He calls someone from the lab that that usually helps him. They help themselves out, and then he takes my blood, and then I was to do PCV. So PCV is packed cell volume. It literally tells you your blood level, and then I did fasting sugar to tell me the level of level of sugar in my body and all that.
Oh, sure, no. Make I no call the truth. Okay, see very. No open and I what do you want to say? No open is your place.
My blood is red.
And we're here caring for your PCV.
And let me just check, because I don't know why I'm feeling dizzy like that. So the next day, my friend here was like, what's going on? Why are you like? What's going on with you and all that? Your PCV is very low. It's like 26. And me, I was weak. I was like, what do you mean 26? Like, that's crazy. I've done it before and it was 32, and I was told that although it was normal, but it was not the normal like as it should be. And I usually feel this way after my period or before my period. So but this one that it was telling me 26, I was very concerned, because counting the next few days my period is about to come, and I was really concerned. I mean, I am going to lose blood, and this is what my PCV is saying. So I was really concerned, and I think mentally it affected me, because my eyes were still paining me. All I wanted to do was close my eyes and all that. I even hung out with 2 people that day. But then I was fine actually, but I was just really trying to manage myself. So I wasn't supposed to come on a Friday. The following day was on a Thursday. I wasn't supposed to come on a Friday, but apparently my colleague was branching the hospital, and I was like, okay, let me stop by, because we're doing something currently in the office, and you need to go to the court and all that. So I didn't want to come to the hospital. Plus I went to make my hair that I'm still trying to figure out how to enjoy. So this is the passion twist from the previous video that I said I wanted to do. So I've done the passion twist, and I'm still trying to understand how it's going. I'm just telling the hair that it has to cooperate, because we're going for like 2-3 months with it. So I don't know why I'll just flip it and it's hanging. Well, it's more like your natural hair, so you need to like moisturize it for you to get the full volume and all that. So I'm not trying to touch it too much so I don't look like I'm waking. So what was I saying? So apparently I come in to see my friend and greet him. I'm like, okay, so this is what I'm up to. I'm not really staying for long, blah 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 blah. And he's like, okay, that we're going to do the test again. That apparently the bottle that was used to collect my blood the previous day had chloride inside. So the chloride content in the bottle further dropped my blood level. I was like, really? Like I have to do another one? getting the previous blood, I had to get it from my carpers here because my blood that in my veins by this side that day was like, no babe, I'm not ready for any pricking here, so it has to. So my vein showed here, carpers, whatever. So they had to get it from here. So I've always felt like it was painful here, but apparently it wasn't very painful like I thought. So the thought of doing that whole process was painful, but this time I wasn't even prepared. So just going to do a direct PCV counts for me. Prick me and then use very light tubes to take the blood. So anyways, in 5 minutes the results came back and it was 38. But by the time I got the previous result of say that I was 26, I already started broadcasting that to people and stuff. And then one woman in my friend's office is like, okay, my friend is like, you need to buy ugu. Ugu is a very good iron, well, how do I even speak English? Ugu has a lot of iron, so he advised me to get ugu, blend it and drink the water and everything. I was going to do that. I haven't still done that yet, but I think it's something that I need to do. So I was discussing with the woman, like, see what's going on, and she's like, I should get, wait for it, that I should get hospital is not far leave. I can't remember what I was doing. I was like, what's that? Hospital is not far. And then she was like, she knows the Yoruba name. And now this is the most, the whole conversation about this hospital is not far leave just leaves me really confused. I spoke to 3 people, and then some other people that know about the leave messaged me like that. If I the one that shocked me was like, even doctors would tell you, go and get the hospital is not far leave. Even them don't know the name. And like even medical doctors don't know the name of this leaf, like the English name of this leaf. Just like it's a very good blood booster and vegetable that if I see it I should get it, blah blah blah. Ha! Which kind of leaf is this that people don't know the English name? Luckily I posted that on my status. That was how I got the reactions on WhatsApp. And then one of my good friends, he's like that, yeah, he knows about the leaf, that in fact is in their house, but he's currently not in Abuja. So when he's back from where he is, we'll have to like schedule a visit because I want to see myself. I don't want it to get it for me. I want to do recording. I want you to see it as well. So oh my god. So someone even said they use it to cook. Ha! Like the whole thing was just, it was funny. And this is the 2 things that I never knew that I was going to come across in my life. Never ever. Okay, and it's just really funny how that played out. But yeah, these are the 2 things I've never known. Using a grapefruit on my scar. I said I was going to do a research. I have a lot going on in my life right now, but I'm really hoping to do a research so that I can write a blog about it along with these recordings, and then knowing about this leaf. In fact, my cousin is like, I should keep her updated. I'm like, yes, that this one that people don't know the English name, we're going to use we're going to do image search to find out what leaf it is, because it's just weird that there's no name about it. I mean, the lady here is like, she knows the Yoruba name. She even told me the Yoruba name, but I can't remember Yoruba. So, but other people like they don't know what the name is. I was even thinking it was moringa, but someone's like, no, it's not moringa. I was like, okay, I really can't wait to see this leaf. Okay, I really can't wait. So I'm really hoping it works out. My friend comes in and then we schedule a visit, because I'm going to tell him I need to come to your house. It's his parents' house. I'm going to come to your house. I want to see it myself. I want to see my 2 koro eyes, as Nigerians would say. So I want to do that. So I just really wanted to come and actually share this. So that's all I wanted to do. I don't think there's another thing. No, it's just these 2 major things. But yeah, so have you had something that you never knew, like never heard of, like eventually knew, and then you were like, what's going on here? If you've had such experience, please do well to share in the comment section. And let's just, okay? Message me. My email address will be there. Message me and let me know, okay? So thanks for hanging out with me. It's been amazing. This is me after work on a Monday. It's to 6 now, but I'm happy that I've been able to do this recording. I wish I could just like put in another recording, and then so that I can be doing my scheduling, so that things will be moving on my part. But if I'm able to, even though it's 10 minutes, I'm going to do it. So I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you keep on being positive, okay? Know that this episode is also live on my podcast channel, so the option is in your hands. How do you want to listen to me? Do you want to watch me, or you want to hear my voice? Anyone is amazing, okay? Thanks, and I will see you soon.